Okay. Well, first, I want to thank you to Domenico, Climate Smart Agriculture Youth Network, Italy, and Hope Sign, and all these organizations who was create this initiative to talk about AgriHackathon, AgriHackathon. I don't know how to say this webinar. About we can share some experience of innovation from Venezuela and agroecology too. Uh, I don't know if you can see the. Can you see the presentation right now?
Just 1 second. Just 1 second.
Okay. Well, I'm the president of Venezuelan Society of Agronomists, Engineers. We are 30,000 agronomists in Venezuela. Also, I am the Climate Smart Agriculture Youth Network country coordinator and the president of Slow Food Venezuela. Slow Food is a huge NGO in international, but was created in Italy by Carlo Petrini, a great person. And so we want to share about smart agriculture. Please, the next slide. Okay, what is the problem right now about the food system? Maybe everyone know the problem is global warming, climate change, water scarcity, ecosystem change, industrial impact. The next, please. How we can we traduce this problem to the agribusiness? Well, we can identify the problem in the crops and the proportion of this problem or this risk in the agribusiness. For example, if we have problem with the soil, we have 4 to 7% that our food production had problem. The fertilization, the population of density of plants, of crops, the weeds is about 18 and 36%. The sinks, the droughts, the floods. For example, in Venezuela, this year with the corn production, the principal of the major problem was with the floods. About 20% of the crops of corn we lost. They lost because these are a lot of floods with the GER phenomenon, and the farmers don't have the capacity of buy new machine to make better lands for this problem of floods. Sorry. Next. Next slide. You see there. Okay. Okay. How can we manage the risks of climate change and in the medium and short term? First, we need to create a weather model. Second, we need to use rationally of the resources, apply technology, early warnings about the weather, the principal problem, and we need also new technology. How the farmers could be apply this kind of technology? Well, they need to create or record weather record. They need to create early warning about change in weather situation like precipitation, temperature, humidity, and the next, please. And how the farmers manage the risks of climate change in the long term. Well, with the land use, benefit cost analysis, and monitoring, because we need data. We need data to make better decision for the farmers. And our responsibility like consultant or agri-consultant is show and give to the farmer all the data possible to the farmer to make better decision. Next, please. Well, I say that the farmer needs their own records, monitoring soil, water, and weather, and prepare the early warning. Next. What is the agriculture 4.0? Well, this technology is important because we use big data to make decisions. For me, this is the best summary that I can conceptualize it, the agriculture 4.0. Is everything about the data. Next. Well, with the remote sensor, we can see the crop monitoring, satellite with satellite images, and we can see how is the development of or the principle of the major crops in Venezuela. This is a platform from USDA. His name is GADAS, GADAS in Spanish, and is a useful tool to see how is the development of our crops in Venezuela, because we have a big problem in Venezuela. We don't have data. We don't have statistics from the state of the government since 2007. Since 2007, we don't have a statistic, agriculture statistic, and this is a big problem for planning, for everything. Without a statistic, we can see nothing. We can have a predictive analysis with marker, with everything. But this kind of tools is very important for us because we can see what happened in our crops. Next, please. Okay, the crop monitoring is very easy. We have farmer data we have our aerial images, and then with this data, we have the diagnosis about the index, for example, NDVI. We have prescriptions, we have analytics with the best practice for farmers, because this technology is not too expensive. For example, with our company, we sell this kind of technology in $1 per hectare. Um, Almost and think always in the small farming and the medium farmers, because they don't have the capacity to with the money to pay all the service with our technology like drones and others. For that reason, this technology is cheap and good for the small farmers, and the agroecological farmers too. Next, please. We use in Venezuela right now, we use like 4 apps about these remote sensors with satellite images, like CIMA from Argentina. One of two of these apps is from made in Venezuela. Is from Venezuela. Agrocognitive. We are partners of Agrocognitive. This software of seguimiento agrícola, also from the UCLA. There is a big university in this Lara state. Next, please. And Auraband from Argentina also. One of the Agroinnovation that we can do or we did in Venezuela in the last year is this kind of map of, we can see the nutrient availability maps by nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. We don't have the capacity on the farmer to buy a big machine, agriculture machine with great fertilizer that, like, for example, precision agriculture. We don't have this capacity, but with these maps, the agriculture can to, I don't know, Domenico, if you can help me with the English, but it's like estratificar, dividir, forgot the word.
Yeah.
Well,
You can stratify the information.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, the information by several lands, and they can use, for example, if conventional agriculture, 150 kilos of urea, they down this doses and only use 50 kilos of urea in because if you can see, for example, the green map, the green el verde más claro, Domenico, the green.
Yeah, the most light green.
Light green, yes. They use only 50 kilos of fertilizer, and they are in the green light they use 150 kilos of fertilizer, but in the other green they use only 50, and that 100 fertilizer represent for the farmer like $50 less that is better for the profit of the farmer. Also in phosphorus, also in potassium. The next, please. pH, also the pH maps for use cal and the other fertilizer. Next. Planimetry and altimetry also with RPAS drones for the problem with floods, for example. Next. Affected surface, because we can see with our eye, we can see how much crop we have. Really, we need this kind of technology for our managers, like a business, and say, well, if I see 100 hectares, I only harvest 80 hectares because we have problem with the floods, with the weeds, etc. Next. This is a relative vigor index. Next. This is in sugarcane, and counting our density of population of crops. This is in corn. We can see the distribution of the area of corn in Venezuela. This is useful because if we can see the population or make this counting 25 days later of the weekend of the planting, we can replanting, and we don't lose, because in Venezuela the farmer lose most of the crops because they don't know how much plants or crops they have in one hectare. For that reason, this tool is very useful, and with the benefit cost analysis is better for the profit. Next. Well, this is like we do the counting. Next. Yes, with this technology is with the drone. We need to go to the farmer, to the field, and make a sample and test with the how much is the capacity of the yield. Next. Also, we have in Venezuela fumigators, but we have problem because the businesses that use and offer this kind of service, they do ground because they don't have to respect the time of application. This kind of technology, you must to be you need to consider the weather too. For example, if you fumigator 12 p.m. in Venezuela, or 1 p.m., 2 p.m., the loss of the products of these kind of agrochemicals is very high, because the hour, the heat of the temperature or the radiation is very high, and is very bad for this for the farmer, for the crops, and for that reason it's very important the time of application, the doses too, and the capacity of this kind of technology is only 20 hectares per day, no more. Next. And finally, we have the predictive agriculture. We had a training with Queensland University in Australia with this software Appsing and admin, and we can see that like with this predictive model, if we use the same conventional agriculture, what happened with our soils, what happened with our crops, and if we incorporate other practices better with agroecology, we can see that our sustainable agriculture is better, and the farmer profit is better also. For that reason, we use this kind of technology to show to the farmers, and it's not only words and speech. No, we can see, and the farmers can see the what happened with the production unit if only use agrochemicals, only use conventional agriculture. And this is one of the best agro-innovation that we can implement in Venezuela right now. Next one. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry for my English. I hope that you understand what we can share this afternoon, and this is my contact. If you want to write me, send me an email, this is my WhatsApp. Thank you very much.
Thanks to you, Saul. Has been amazing, and congratulations for the work that you are doing. I think that is properly on the mood of the AgriHackathon, because it shows great technological innovation. One of the challenges will be IoT and use of data and innovation. That one of the challenges of our AgriHackathon. So amazing presentation. Thank you very much. So we had the chance to engage some discussion with Saul. So if you have some curiosity, some doubts, or some question to address to Saul, don't lose the chance now. I saw that we are very nice participant number, so thank you very much for joining all. So please, if there are questions or curiosities or something, it's very impressive, the work of Saul. I really congratulate with him. So don't be shy. I don't know. Also, yeah, please. I saw Eman Turdumbre. Please.
Yeah, I want to know the number which we have explained just now. I couldn't take it right now, so I want his mobile number.
Okay, sure. So, Saul, if the participant is asking your contacts and your WhatsApp number, I don't know if maybe you can leave it in chat.
Yes, I send you the presentation. You can share with everyone.
Yeah.
Yes,
shall I write my email ID, please, here?
Sure. I will also go again. Yeah, you can take the number here if you need.
In the chat box, I have put my email ID. Please take it and send it on the
Okay.
my email ID, please.
Domenico, I have a question for you. And
Yeah.
in Italian. Uh, this kind of technology, we thought that in Venezuela that is a lot of use this kind of technology in Europe and Italy, but we don't know, and I don't know really how much we use this kind of technology. And the weather station also is a question that I have, because
Yeah.
it's very important to know this.
Yeah, I can respond like this. I can say that the big, we can say big food productors and also big pharma, they are starting to implement such kind of technique. I will say starting because is in an early stage, is not so diffuse. But they have maybe the capabilities to test, and also the, we can say, the spirit of innovation to test these kind of technologies. Any case, the small farmers, they haven't this approach. It's not a problem, I mean, of capabilities or funding, but it's more a problem of approach. They still don't think that such kind of thing can be useful, and so they are not implementing. For example, now I'm in the south of Italy in this moment, and I can say that the 70% of the farmer are not using IT technologies and so on, because they are not used to. They are not familiar, and so they are not thinking that that can be useful. So the implementation, I think that is a early stage for the big producer, for the ones that have already a place in the market. Indeed, for the small farmers, is not still penetrated in the market, you can say.
Thank you.
Thank you. But it's a good question. I mean, it's also a problem on innovation. Today, these days, I don't know that you are following. There is the World Food Forum at FAO in Rome. I'm following some sessions, and one of the,
Hello,
yeah, please, yeah,
Hemant Kumar is speaking here. Hemant Kumar.
yes, please,
Hello.
hello, yes, go ahead.
Yes. I want to also know, because I am a honeybee expert and honeybee trainer. Okay, honeybees training. So I want to know what condition is there in his country, in Saul Lopez country. How much is the honeybees this thing population is there? How is the honey produced there? If he can share some views regarding honeybees, I will be glad. Please.
Yeah. So, Saul, to you, the honeybees.
Oh, no, honeybees. I don't know not too much about honeybees. Sorry, it's not my expertise. I don't know nothing about honeybees.
Okay.
Good
I
question.
would like to say something because I forgot. We use with this technology of soil samples and the nutrient availability maps. We use a soil lab that we can see in real time these kind of parameters like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. This like soil lab, portable lab for soil, we buy in China, and it's not too expensive. It's only I forgot, but it's like eight. Yes, it's $500, something like that. Maybe with the is $600, but it's very useful because we use with the small farmer, because the small farmer doesn't have the capacity of take the sample soil, send a lab, pay 70 or 60 dollars per sample, and see what happened with their soil. They only they prefer don't do nothing with the soil. For that reason, we can we see these needs, yes, these needs that they have, and we offer this service only for $10 per sample with 7 or 8 parameters: nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, pH, CE, I don't know how to say, electric conductivity, humidity, temperature, and yeah, I don't know how to say textura.
Yes, texture.
Texture. Okay, it's easy. Okay, and it's very cheap. The agroconsultant business could be buy this equipment and offer to the small farmer, because we in every country, in every state, we visit the small farmer, and I ask him, who wants to analysis, soil analysis? Please clap your hand. And they say nothing. We don't see one hand. For that reason, with this equipment, now the small farmer could be information of their soil.
Yeah, thank you for the reflection. I will also add one point on that, but I want to give the floor to Irwan Rusli first, that raised the hand. Irwan, the floor is yours.
Yes. Good morning. From here, I'm in the United States. I would like to ask this about the drone, the application when you're making the maps of NPK and all, even including the micronutrient apparently. Do you do this automatically from the drone with the laser refraction of the light, for example, from the ground, or you doing this manually, taking sample from the soil and then reporting it and put it into the map? How do you actually taking this data, and have you confirmed this data, the accuracy of this data, matching the manual, for example, from the lab, like you're talking about, taking individual NPK analysis and matching it to the ground map that you develop, whether using drone or automatically? So I wasn't sure, how do you get this mapping data, please?
Okay. Well, thank you very much. My pleasure. Yes, it's manual. We use this equipment that I from China, but this equipment have the capacity of we can take 100 samples if you want, because it's only move in the field and take and put the equipment, and we can see in real time these parameters. Because in the other side, we need to take the samples, send to the lab, and pay $60–80 per sample, and it's impossible for the Venezuelan farmers. But we know, and we can talk with the Soil Optics. This is a Canadian business. It's a technology, Agroinnovation, and in this soil topics can take 1,000 samples per hectare. It's very fast. Domenico help with this equipment implement se acopla al tractor, al tractor,
Yeah.
no sé.
Yes, it's gonna couple to the machineries and to the
Yes.
tractor. Yeah.
You mean like a
And
tractor?
Yeah, exactly.
1,000 sample per hectare, and the data you have the data with technology and in your laptop, for example, very easy, and geo-reference the every sample. We don't have this technology, but we use this equipment like yes, with China equipment, and we can take 100, 200 samples for in the field.
Yeah, I just one more thing. What happens if there is a runoff, like raining, a lot of rain and so on? So a lot of this soluble NPK may be going down the drain, going down to the lake or some other disposal area. Would there be changing? We have a problem with this, because I think this is very important information for the agriculture development, so that individual farmer can actually apply this concept. Hopefully it's not very expensive, but is it changing with the season, rainy season or dry season with this map? Thank you.
Yes, yes. Maybe we can. We say to the farmers that they need to make this analysis in the raining and the dry season, because in Venezuela we have only 2 seasons. Because the soil, the properties of soil change with the crops and everything. For that reason, we with our customer, we say please 2 times per year, because it's better for you can take better decisions with the soil, and that is a regeneration agriculture too. It's about the soil, the capacity of have vegetation and done the deforestation, everything, and the naked soil, nothing. We need to regeneration soil and agriculture, because with this with this practice we can sure the sustainable agriculture. We know that we had in Venezuela a lot of challenge. We had a big crisis of economic crisis, social crisis, financial, of course, crisis, because, for example, in Venezuela, the farmers is like 400,000 farmers, 400,000 farmers. They don't have the capacity of the credit, the financial to buy new machine technology. But for this reason, the business, like our business, our goal, our principal goal is to show a lot of some of the technology that is not too expensive, and they can implementing for make better business and farmers. That is our principal goal that we have in our company.
Thank you.
Thank you, Saul. I don't know if there are other questions or other comments, interactions. Patrick, I don't know if you want to add a few things. Patrick, I don't know if you're there. even though I'll take the chance for like showing a little bit the project of AgroSmart.
Hello, Domenico. No.
Sorry, AgriHackathon. The idea is to engage into the finding solution for agriculture, innovative solution. We have decided some challenges for this AgriHackathon. One is related, for example, on IoT implementation of agriculture. Another one is on value chain on agriculture. Others are on women in agriculture and so on. But I saw that Patrick is back. I don't know, Patrick, if you want to add a few things. Patrick? Hello? So I was saying that the AgriHackathon initiative want to engage.
Yes. Hello,
Oh.
Domenico.
Yeah, please. I will leave you the floor to add a few things.
Oh, just some very few things, because I want to thank the speaker who helped us to give more introduction about Venezuela and others from India. We are so happy for that. So that let me give the chance to elaborate all about the actions and all what we have it the next series of our webinar.
Thank you very much. So I will continue to show about the AgriHackathon initiative, sharing also my screen. So it's an initiative that is led by the Tanzania Conservation Voices, Climate Social Forum, Hubs in Italia, and Climate Smart Italy, and the idea is probably to create, connect, and collaborate together. So an example that is fantastic today: supply chain, post-harvesting, waste to wealth, and women in agriculture. These are the main challenges in which we want to engage teams of experts, youth activists, farmers, and so on. We will send the application, the call for application in the next days in order to gather some teams, and we will give 3 days from solution, and then we will decide some winners on the teams that are going to participate. The winner we will mentor in order to develop their solution with professional and experts in the agricultural field. So I'll share with you in the chat the link for the WhatsApp chat in which we want to invite you in order to keep update on the initiative. I think that we will have one last webinar before running into the hackathon. But in the meanwhile, we're gonna share also the link to join the AgriHackathon event. So that's it on my side. I will leave the space for some last questions. We are now on closure. And I also thank a lot Saul for being a speaker with us. But please, if there are any other questions for the floor and so on, the floor is for the yes. Please, Gumbre.
See, as I have already discussed with you regarding the honeybees. Okay, if any need from my side, that is from Indian side, regarding honeybee, that is apiculture, and other things regarding the pollination of services and all these things, I will be happy to give you more information, as well as I will be happy to help you in that matter.
Thank you. It's an honor and a pleasure to have your contribution. Honeybees actually is a sector that is not also functional for agriculture themselves, but properly for climate smart agriculture.
Exactly.
Because honey yeah,
Yeah,
are the key on the ecological chain
exactly.
for pollination and so on. So very
Yeah.
glad to connect.
Uh, the,
Yeah, please, Peter. Peter.
yes. How are you?
Fine, fine. Thank you for joining. Please.
Sorry, I really joined late and I found the conversation is very interesting.
Thank
And
you. Thank you very much.
thank you. I'd love to hear what we have in future. As an agricultural economist, this is a topic that really interests me as well. So I wish to give inputs, learn from your team, learn from what you've been doing all this season, and see if we can. You see, when we're talking about these challenges, you do realize that when we're talking Tanzania or when we're talking Kenya, first of all, we really have to work on some of these, perhaps policies, public participation, how, like they're just things that are connected. So I'm just happy to be here, and I'm happy to get to know what we will be doing in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to you. I also share again the link to the chat in case maybe you join it a little bit after. So you can join our chat and we can stay connected.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So if there are no other interaction or comments, I think we can.
May I have one more question, please?
Sure. Please.
I'm also working in Africa sometime, Uganda, Kenya, and Congo. The thing is, I'm sometimes not familiar with the concept of the use of the organic fertilizer and the NPK fertilizer. There seem to be a lot of people now trying to do it organic and so on. But it seemed to me, comparing organic and the NPK, that the product, the yield, it's much more with NPK. We know about that. But so can you tell us about why not we just keep going with the NPK? What is the problem with using NPK so that we have increased yield in the harvest compared to simply restricted on the organic fertilizer, where the yield is much less? Because with the current situation in need of the food security and so on, there seems to be the need for increased production. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what is the problem of using NPK, rather than it is my understanding that NPK sometimes affecting the environment, the lake and so on, with the growth of the algae and so on. Is there any other effect in terms of agriculture, production, and quality of the product? Thank you.
Thank you. Saul, if you want to respond. I don't know. Saul, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
Please, I don't understand the question. Sorry. Can you tell me?
Okay.
Yes.
For example, I have 1 hectare of operation right now in Congo, just 1 hectare. So the farmer kind of insisting using organic fertilizer.
Okay.
It's my understanding that if we use organic fertilizer, the yield is less, maybe as much as 30% less.
Yes.
So the question is, I'm trying to encourage them to use NPK because the yield will be much higher. So the question I have is that, why is that people trying to avoid using NPK, but rather that the trend is going to organic now? What is the main difference between using NPK and organic? I know the quality of I'm not talking about pesticide and some other herbicide, but I'm talking about the fertilizer aspect of them.
Wow. Difficult. Well, the dimension of the agriculture for me is environmental, social, and economics. The organic is a market, world market. The profit or benefit of for the farmers is high incomes for this kind of products, organic. We don't have much experience with the organic production because in Venezuela we don't have any certification organic production until now, because we also offer to the farmers regeneration agriculture certified, biodynamic agriculture certified, and organic certified. But the organic certified, like USDA, is too expensive. It's like $3,000, and it's the farmer could be, they don't have the capacity of paying $3,000 for one organic certified. It's impossible in Venezuela. But like agronomics, I can say you that is a balance between the fertilizer, chemical fertilizer, and organic fertilizer. If you want to change to the organic market, you need this certificate because they could be paid more high incomes, because if you don't have your yield, your production is less, and is grown for your profit and your benefit. Is benefit cost analysis. You need to put in this kind of thing in balance, and you make a decision if you prefer organic production or conventional. But in conventional, you need to use organic fertilizer also. It's not the opposite, but you can use NPK too. You can use a lot of tool products, but in all these productions, or organic or not, you need to measure. You need data, soil data, for make decision. With organic, conventional, with everything, you need always data for make better decisions. This is we say in Spanish, in Spanish, lo principal, lo más importante, the most important is data.
Thank you.
Dominic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, just a moment. I saw that
Hello.
was also
Hemant here. Dumre, just now. Yeah.
Yes, please go ahead, but also consider that I saw another raised hand from
1 minute only. Yeah, just now the Mr. Saul Lopez just said regarding organic agriculture. Okay, so that I have studied a lot in that case, and we have done many things here in India regarding organic farming. So I can take one session on this also. No question, please.
Thank you very much. We will consider this. I think it's a great contribution. I was saying before that was like I think Embrima that was raised the hand, but I don't know if he or she wants to. Yeah, please.
Thank you very much, Dominic, for giving me the platform again. And as I said, my name is Ibrahim Ajara, and then I work for an NGO in the Gambia that is into sustainable soil management. So actually, we have been doing a lot of research on soil, especially within the Africa region, and then to be more specific, the sub-Saharan Africa, that is the Africa south of the Sahara. And looking at this, I just want to react to the questions of Iwan Rosley on what are the impacts or the problems that are associated to the use of the inorganic fertilizer on the soil. So actually, this is a very big question. And then over the years, we have actually been advocating for the use of organic fertilizers by smallholder farmers and also for commercial farmers. However, this comes with a lot of challenges and also a lot of bottlenecks because the organic fertilizer actually takes longer time before it is ready for plant consumption. But the inorganic fertilizer, that is the chemical fertilizer, is actually very, very fast. But it has also a lot of implications and then a lot of problems it is causing to the soil and also to the soil living organisms. If you look at it, according to FAO reports on the status of the world soil report, every year there is about 23 to 42 million tons of nitrogen fertilizer that is being washed away by water to join the water bodies, by running water to join the water bodies, and then about 15 to 26 million tons of phosphorus is also being washed away to join water bodies. So actually, what happens is that these fertilizers elements joining the water bodies is actually going to deteriorate the water quality, and then it's going to affect the animals and then the plants that are actually consuming these waters. So this is one of the problems. And then if you look at it every year, there is about 112 million tons of nitrogen that is being applied globally on soils, and then about 18 million of tons of phosphorus being applied globally on agricultural land. And then this costs the world 33 to 60 billions of dollars.
Okay. Thank you, Prima. Yeah, I think that we get your point, and I ask Saul to take notes. I want to give the floor for the one last question to Koku, Muriel Dorian, that I saw that was raising the hand, and then we will let Saul respond for the last intervention, then we can close. Koku, I don't know if you have...
thank you.
Koku, Muriel Dorian, I don't know if you're there. I saw you raised the hand. If not, Saul, if you want to add a few points on what Ebrima was saying. Okay, thank you, Koku, for the reaction. Saul, the floor to you.
Yes, I have problem with my connection. I don't hear very well. I don't know what is the question.
Yeah, I will summarize for you. Actually, the speaker was addressing on the use of inorganic agriculture that can affect also the ecosystem. No, what about if fertilizers that are used for inorganic agriculture will go into waters, will go into other biomas and other parts of the ecosystem, and they can alter in a way the biology of and the ecology of the environment. And so this is something that we have to consider also, no, when we are dealing and talking about inorganic and organic.
Yes. Well, I thought that we can use, Domenico knows about that, this model of prediction model. If you can put these inputs with fertilizers, pesticide, and you can see the behavior of this agroecosystem, the less biodiversity, poor soil, a lot of problem. We need to mixes this practice, agronomic practice, with this criteria of sustainability agriculture, because this is for our children's, for our the next generation. We don't think about only in our purpose and in our business. We need to think in sustainability. For that reason, we thought this problem in organic and organic production it's not only about the market, it's about the environment, the climate change, and also the inorganic production needs to change. And that change, the first step is recollecting data, use these predictive tools with predictive agriculture, and let's see what happened in these scenarios and make the better decision for the ecosystem, our ecosystem, and biomass, and etc. We thought that it's like I talked with Domenico in Milan, and I say the technology is not bad with the agroecology. It's not against the agroecology and technology. We need to mix the technology and the agroecology and the agronomy. That is, for me, the change that we can change the world, feed the world, stop the climate change. Technology with agroecology and agroecosystem.
Thank you very much, Saul. And I totally underline and agree on what you were saying. So I think that we have reached the end of the webinar. It has been very interesting and very interactive. So I thank all for this session, and I really hope that we can stay connected and work together in finding solution, because so as Saul was mentioning, solution is the final goal of our efforts. So thank you very much for that. Patrick, if you want to say a few closing words, I thank a lot immensely my friend Saul Lopez. Muchas gracias for your intervention. Patrick, to you to close. I don't know if you are there, even though I will close.
I think he is not there.
Okay, let's close the session and see you to the, we are having one last webinar. We will communicate that, and then just sign the date from 2 and 5 of November, we will have the AgriHackathon. So prepare your mind, your brains. We want to challenge you in finding solution. So keep the date and see you next time. Bye. Bye to all.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.